Cain walked up there and said, you know what? Here it is. Boom. There you go. Set your eyes on this.
And he probably thought that he was given his heart and soul. He was put his heart and soul in what God asked him for. When the heart was totally off. His heart was totally off. His heart was not pointing in the right direction. First of all, it was not a thought of, let me be obedient to God.
Right.
It was a thought of, oh, okay, so this is a challenge for me to see if I can be better than my brother. Which that's the other part of not being obedient. Because you could figure your heart is into it. But you really got to check it. To really see, is your heart into it? Is your heart into it because you love God that much of what he's asking you to do or what he's wanting you to be obedient with? Or are you just trying to showboat? Because you're trying to validate yourself. You're trying to glorify yourself because, hey, it's me. But anyway.
Most definitely. And see, the thing is this. Imagine. I'm not into reality shows. I don't like them. A lot of them are scripted. I've had experiences where I've met people who have been on reality shows. And when I talk to them, they tell me things about some of the background stuff. And a lot of that stuff is not even real. It's still just as fake. But the messages that it's sending to me are just terrible. And a lot of people leave those things scarred. I mean, some of my favorite reality shows, and I'm not just talking about, some of the more like, love and hip hop and all this other stuff. There are other shows like Pimp My Ride. I'm into cars. I love cars. I love what they do to them. I love how they come out but I found out some background stories about that. And I'm like, what? So in reality shows, the concept of that just doesn't do anything for me because it indicates to me that we're just a drama-driven society that likes to see conflict and pain and misery. That's for another time, another place. But the thing I look at a lot is I see some of these shows, right? You got these women. And these women are out there getting plastic surgery. They're getting fake this and fake that. They walking around looking just unnatural. Now, there's a point, and I'm serious. I'm a black man, and I'm proud of my sisters. I love my sisters. I love their shape. I love what they've been naturally given by God. But some of these women have taken it to the extreme. I'm like, wait a minute. Everything about you is an add-on. Lashes fake, nails fake, breast fake, butt fake, face fake, just hair fake. I mean, everything about you, they do all this work to make themselves so irresistible to men and still have problems. Dudes still cheat on them. I'm like, y'all missing the point. Somebody's missing the point. If you got to do all that and spend all that and invest all of that stuff and you the most miserable thing on the planet, you're missing the point. But like I said, if you're not following the instructions, if you are not being obedient to the perfect will of God and what he said about things, you are going to set yourself up for some misery. You might get some temporary attention. You might be out there on the magazine covers and out there on the red carpet and, being in places that other people can't get into. And so you kind of chalk that up as a win. But trust me, your life is a culmination of everything that you've obeyed and everything you have disobeyed. So that's one. Cain decided he was going to go, and it made him so mad he went and killed Abel. He went and killed his brother. He got that mad. You mean to tell me you done got that mad? You done sat there and tried to force your situation up on him. You can't do that. So it makes you mad enough to go kill off the person that did it right. Don't we see that happen a lot of time? You know, I need my other YouTubers to raise their hand up on this one. If you have a YouTube channel and you've seen people just troll you and say all kind of craziness on your site and put all kind of flip comments and stuff in your stuff because they so angry about whatever. Until the only thing they can do is just go back on these other channels and on these other chat rooms and just go out and just spill over in negativity and spill over into maliciousness. Raise your hands if you're out there. Okay, I'm moving on to number 2. Number 2, Moses. Moses, well, God told Moses, if the people want water, there's a rock over here. I need you to go, and I need you to put your rod on this rock. And it's going to be like a spigot. You're going to turn it on, and the people will get their water. And Moses did that. He was cool. You say just another miraculous thing that God has done in addition to leading us through the desert with a pillar of fire by night and a cloud by day, raining manna from out the sky. I ain't lying. I would love to see a biscuit fall out the sky that wasn't thrown from somewhere else. I'm just saying that would be something that would I would love that. I would love that. I would love that. But all of these different things that God has done for these people, all the different things that he's done. And Moses is like, okay, cool. This is just another one of those miracles. This is another one of those instructions. And he would go and do it. But one day, Moses got a little angry. Now, Moses had a bad temper already. The people started complaining. Because that's all they would do. And in a lot of cases, I'm going to tell you something. A lot of cases, you can look at Moses and the children of Israel and his time in the wilderness. You can kind of look at that as a marriage on the rocks. You can literally look at it, and we can talk about that. Look, post in the comments if you want us to go back and visit that concept. Because I'll be more than happy to visit that concept. Not to be clever, but if you feel like it's going to help you to get a better understanding of that story in a means through which that'll help you, then let me know. Let me know in the comments. Send us an email, marriagestraightforward@gmail.com, okay? Just send it to us. Cool. But he got angry. He was like, you complain too much. Can't you see God has done this, that, and the other? Can't you see that you hadn't even had to change your shoes? Your shoes is growing on your feet. You came out, you was wearing a 3, and now you're wearing a 7, and the shoe still fit your foot. It's like, dude, come on. You don't see that God is taking care of you? You got to complain all the time? They want water, so he went and smacked the rock. He said, here, take the doggone water. And God said, you know what? You just messed up. He said, because you did not follow my instructions. I told you to do it this way. You decided that you would do it that way in defense of me. See, the thing is not only did you misrepresent me, you misrepresented me in defense of me. So Moses felt like it was really, I'm going to show you how I think God feels about this. And he was all wrong. He was all wrong. Moses got caught up in his own feelings. How many times, fellas, have you got caught up in your own feelings because you noticing things going on in the house? It could be with your wife, it could be with your kids, it could be with you. But you're noticing things that's going on in the house and everything, and there's just this lack of peace in the house. You ever walked in the house and there's just like no peace? There's just a whole lot of clutter and a whole lot of stuff going on. You're looking around and you know you need to get that garage cleaned out. You hadn't got a chance to. And then the kids, you know, you're getting letters and everything from the school because the school is saying that they not passing they tests and stuff. And so now it's like, and then your wife, she's busy doing whatever and she's at work or something. And there's just no peace in the house. There's no rhythm. Everything is just chaotic. And God has specific ways in which the man is supposed to establish and maintain the peace in his household. But we get in our feelings. And we get in our feelings and we start reacting to stuff. Some of us don't even come home. We stay at the bar. We go straight from work, go straight out there to the bar with the fellas. Nobody know where you're at. They can't call you because the music too loud or whatever the case may be. Some of us come home and we just straight abuse everybody. We kick the dog. Dog ain't done nothing to you. Dog come to greet you at the door, you get out of my way. God say you misrepresented me, man. That's not who I am. And when you're a husband, when you are a husband, when you are a father, those are the two roles where God expects you to be just like him. Now, I'm not saying be perfect. I'm saying be like him, think like him, follow his plan for your marriage. Follow the vow and the purpose of your union. That's what is required. We don't do that. Yet we feel justified for being in our feelings. You can't be in your feelings and then always obey. You can't be in your feelings and then still be able to think and reason properly through a situation or navigate a situation. You can't do it. So he said, you misrepresented me. And he said, because you misrepresented me and you put the image of me before the people that is not me, you won't see the promised land, brother. Sorry, you're not going in. I'm going to take you up here to this mountain. I'm going to show it to you. And then you won't go in. That's like your mama cooking a cake and telling you you can't have a piece, showing it to you, showing you her with that little spatula, putting that icing on that thing and splashing it with that coconut. Because my mama used to splash the cake with the coconut, you know. That white icing, 3 layers, pineapple in the middle. Oh yeah, my mama could throw down with some cakes. That's like her coming in the house and baking a cake and telling you, because you haven't obeyed me. You didn't clean your room. You didn't clean these dishes. You didn't do your homework. You didn't take care of the things that I told you to take care of. I'll let you see the cake. But you ain't getting a piece. That's punishment enough. This is a pet peeve. God wants you to be obedient. And the thing about it is that he would rather you say no. He would rather you just totally object than to sit there and try to conform something and then present it before him and then turn it around on him like it's his fault that it turned out the way it turned out. No, you don't do that.